Let's talk about hypocrisy. DC, way to buy into a scumbag gaming practice. If you haven't figured it out, they're going to be talking about Final Fantasy VII, the remake. AlphaOmegaSin, I waited for 2 decades for this remake to finally happen like many others. Not only was I going to do every single imaginable thing this game had to offer, see every location, meet every character, hear every song, battle every monster, I'd happily do it again. Quit being negative. Now, before I continue, I just want you to ask yourself, what is the massive problem here with AlphaOmegaSin's response? Because it's chock full of hypocrisy. Especially, what is it? That's right. AlphaOmegaSin has talked about scumbag gaming practices. So you think he would want to know, I don't know, what he's being accused of. To bag. Have you been waiting for a remake since the original game came out? Fucking please. PS2 came out 3 years after Final Fantasy VII. Given the immense graphical leap from Gen 5 to Gen 6, many gamers wanted to see past games remade, let alone after the tech demo on PS3 from back in 2005. 23 years later, we got the remake we've been wanting, which is also factually incorrect. That'd be 2 decades by my math. Factually incorrect, but that's not the point of this video. Let's focus on the hypocrisy of AlphaOmegaSin and discuss this. And we're probably going to poke a little fun, but that's just because we can.
Downloadable content. Microtransactions.
DRM. Pre-order DLC.
Dislike content. Blind. Stupid fucking fanboyism.
What's up, gamers? Welcome to Gamer Rant. My name's Kevin. In today's episode, we're going to be doing a video response to an AlphaOmegaSin tweet. I'm going to quickly recap. DC, way to buy into scumbag gaming practices. And then, of course, we know AlphaOmegaSin gives his little fanboy, nonsensical, doesn't add to the discussion, doesn't want to find out what he's being accused of, blah, 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 and then quit being negative. You know the problem I have with that response? There's a response that even AlphaOmegaSin, in fact, quite a few responses that AlphaOmegaSin has more than likely read on his own videos. Why? Because, well, if we want to use a little bit of common sense here, here's a question for you, irregardless of it being Final Fantasy VII, but let's just say in general, why would anyone tweet way to buy into a scumbag gaming practice to AlphaOmegaSin? Why would they do that? The whatever you think about Final Fantasy VII, the remake is irrelevant. That's not the point. Why would they do that in general if it was any other game? That's what I want you to ask yourself. The answer is because AlphaOmegaSin has actually done videos talking about scumbag gaming practices. He's also mentioned his thoughts and opinions on gamers that support scumbag gaming practices. So there's your answer to why anyone would, number one, be suggesting and commenting such a sentence to AlphaOmegaSin, because they are familiar with his videos. And clearly they think they have some kind of information when it comes to Final Fantasy VII, the remake, and that there is some kind of scumbag gaming practice going on. And instead of a normal person, not a fanboy, because let's be honest, that was the most fanboyish response I have ever heard in my life. Because if the roles were switched, all right, Gamer Rant, and I had not created any video talking negative about Final Fantasy VII since I first heard it, then let's actually play this role. Let's switch Alpha with me, okay? Get a notification from this DC, way to buy into a scumbag gaming practice. My first thought is, given that I have talked about scumbag gaming practices on YouTube, I would be like, is there something I'm unfamiliar with? Let's see. Is there? Let me Google this real quick. Maybe there's, I don't know, some kind of dislike content that gamers just found. Sometimes they do that. Maybe they just announced some really horrible, shitty microtransactions I'm not familiar with. Maybe Or we could just do, I don't know, the most basic thing and be like, I'm enjoying the game, but I'm really not sure what scumbag gaming practices you're talking about. I am familiar that I have talked about a variety of scumbag gaming practices. So if you would ultimately just kind of give me an idea of what you think Final Fantasy VII is doing in the realms of scumbag gaming practices, which would make more sense. Because this isn't someone coming along his channel and be like, I can't believe you bought this garbage game. You're such a fucking fanboy. Because then, honestly, I would say his fanboy response would be all right. Although I would say he probably should leave the fanboying out part within of itself. But even then, if we wanted to get technical, the more, I don't know, adult, mature thing to do, even in that scenario, would be like, well, what problem do you have with the game? So you get where I'm getting at, right? Because we have a gentleman here who is known for talking about controversial scumbag gaming practices, he is now ironically being accused of supporting a scumbag gaming practice. But he doesn't want to find out why. I mean, it really kind of makes me wonder what went through AlphaOmegaSin's brain when he saw this. Like, he's just...
Way to buy into scumbag gaming practices? What is he talking about? Oh, this motherfucker. He's gonna fucking get it. I'm gonna have to lay the motherfucking Final Fantasy crowd motherfucking on him. You know what I'm fucking talking about. It's fucking going down like fucking James Brown and this fucking Super Bowl. Because I waited motherfucking 2 motherfucking decades for this goddamn remake. And this motherfucker wanna come up in here and, oh, way to go, supporting bad gaming practices. Man, fuck this motherfucker. Not only am I gonna fucking do every single incredible, imaginable thing in this fucking game, I might even beat off to Tifa. I really haven't decided yet, but it's definitely a possibility. I am gonna go to every fucking location. I'm gonna stand there in the awe of Midgard, and I'm gonna soak it all in. Because this game, I've been waiting for this game for 2 motherfucking decades, and this motherfucker, I'm gonna walk up and I'm gonna talk to every fucking single goddamn NPC. I swear to God. Hello? Well, what are you doing? Oh, okay. Useless information. Bye-bye. Hey, what are you doing? Oh, more useless information? Oh yeah, I'm pumped. I'm gonna take this guy down. I'm gonna fucking destroy him right now. Oh, I'm gonna fucking destroy him. I'm gonna fucking retweet his shit. Oh, he's gonna fucking rue the day he messed with the Alpha, the Omega!
All humor aside, exaggeration, definitely an exaggeration. Although, part of me wants to believe that's probably how he reacts. Because, you know, there's nothing wrong. Because I don't care for Final Fantasy VII the remake. It is, in my opinion, and my objective opinion, a cash grab. And I think that people that go out and buy this game and support it just because it's Final Fantasy VII is telling the gaming industry and the gaming community that this is okay. We saw the same thing happen when DLC was announced, and its evolution from day one DLC to pre-order DLC to pre-order exclusive DLC to collector's edition DLC. The evolution of microtransactions, or how about something a little newer? No Man's Sky. Remember that game, right? I told people they should not support this game because it's just going to tell the big developers they let an indie developer get away with it. Why can't we? And guess what happened? Now you have Anthem. Now you have Fallout 76. And here I look at this as a gamer, and I see all these people that, to me, are honestly blinded by their fanboy and fangirlism. Because what, in any sense, in any realm, would they have to take this game and break it up and sell it to you in parts? And your first thought isn't Square Enix is taking one of Squaresoft's most popular Final Fantasy games, and they're going to purposely break it up and sell it to people separately. But not just doing that. Game 1, $60, Collector's Edition, DLC. Let's not forget Game 2 and 3 in here. If they don't decide that they're making so much money, they decide, let's try to milk this for everything that it's worth. Let's try to extend the story. They may not do it. Maybe you get 3. But we've all seen television and game developers that if something is going to make them money, they're on it like white on rice. And to me, it's like, how can anyone who calls themselves a fan want to support this game being broken up? Because that's a clear cash grab. And I guarantee you, that's more than likely what this DC fella was basically hinting at. That, you know, for all the negative video, well, not negative, but all the videos that AlphaOmegaSin has ever done where he has talked about scumbag gaming practices, here is one right now, and he supports it because he is blinded by his fanboyism. Or, here, I'll even be respectable in this. He's blinded by his love of this game. I got into this channel because of, ironically, people like AlphaOmegaSin and the Blackbuster Critic. In fact, the Blackbuster Critic literally was the spawn creation of this channel. And then I found other YouTubers. They were like, that's fucking right. That's bullshit. That should not exist within gaming. And here I am today. But the whole reason why I do this is because I enjoy gaming. I have a passion for it within of itself. And for me, and you know, this is no judgment on anyone that has purchased the game. I mean, I think you're hurting the gaming community, and you're not being true, and you're hurting the game that you supposedly love by supporting this kind of practice. Because my favorite Final Fantasy game is right here. And I'm worried that Square Enix is going to see the success of this, even if they don't milk it. And let's say they create 3 separate games. That they're like, all right, they like that, so let's give them this. Oh, but guess what? They liked these when we did our split up remakes. So why not do... Oh, I do have it. Let's give them this. Does no one see the potential never-ending cycle here? You know, that's my whole point. And the point of this video is that, you know, is put myself in his shoes. It's kind of... That would be hypocritical of me. That's hypocritical of him. To literally treat this individual like any other individual who likes electronic arts, has no problem with microtransactions, and is going to say something similarly stupid on one of his videos, has said something similarly stupid on one of his videos, one of my videos, one of Yang Yang's videos, one of BBC's videos, one of Artificial's videos. The list could go on of people that talk about scumbag aspects of gaming. Don't like it, don't buy it. I'm so tired of the gaming community. They're just a bunch of entitled little shits. I thought we were supposed to be trying to make this better, and I know a lot of people ultimately feel that this isn't going to help. And they're right. This is more or less communication. Hey, you, this is what I think about this. I don't like it. I don't agree with it. We should not support it. And then hopefully I get other people, and they're like, you know what, he's right. That's bullshit. That has the potential to damage the gaming community as a whole and game development, just like the examples I stated in here. DLC, microtransactions. Let's release a game literally broken and fix it later. And that's okay. I mean, I know a lot of people don't have a whole lot of respect for Mr. AlphaOmegaSin, especially since he just randomly fucking up and left, and there's a lot of rumors and talk about why he left and yada, 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 but because can you put your fanboyism aside for 2 seconds and truly analyze why they said what they said? Well, they're saying this because I have talked about scumbag video game practices before. Is there some kind of scumbag video game practice in this game that I'm unfamiliar with? I hope not. I grew up with this game. I love this game. Obviously, as if I'm speaking from the perspective of AlphaOmegaSin. I'm not familiar with any scumbag gaming practices. What are you talking about? Hope you enjoyed this video in some fashion or form. And remember, gamers, I'm not here to destroy what you love and what you want to see again. I'm just trying to make you think rationally so that the generation after you can put a game in and actually be able to fucking play it all the way through.